Okay, hopefully everybody had a good weekend and good first week, and you got everything wrapped up. And I know it's kind of an adjustment doing everything online, but main thing is make sure you're submitting your assignments and actually hitting submit when you turn them into that Google Classroom update, and do them on time so that you can get the assignment points and the full points, and also that I can count your attendance here. A couple quick announcements is I was able to get new markers, so I was out of self quarantine, so it's a big plus for me. But also, I wanted to put a kind of a schedule for this week, so that way you know what to expect for the week. Most everything is going to be kind of the same as last week with the videos and different things, but we are going to have a couple differences in there as we get close to a study guide and test. But basically, today's video, so Monday here, April the 6th, um, you will have this video, and we're going to go through one more new thing on addition and subtraction, mainly addition. But you'll watch the video and do the problem. So you'll watch video and upload photo of the problems for your assignment grade. Then, so that will be the same. As far as tomorrow, April 7th, okay, there will be no video. It's just a photo of your study guide that I will post. Okay, and it's all the different kinds of problems that we've covered in this unit. So it's going to be addition, subtraction, decimals, and then what we covered today. So there'll be no video. It'll just be a photo of your study guide. You will do the problems though and upload your. I'm going to put upload here, and you're going to upload your photo for your assignment. Okay, so you'll still do the study guide and upload your photo for the assignment grade. Okay, now I want to stop here because if you're in the night class, these two will be both on April 6th. So if you're in the night class, if you're in the day class, just don't listen to what I'm saying right here. But if you're in the night class, you will do both of these. So you're going to upload a photo of today's work and the photo of the study guide. And both will post for you at the same time today. Okay, so if you're in the night class, both of these will be done together. Then on Wednesday, okay, back to my day class. On Wednesday, there's going to be a video of just the answers. And it's the answers to the study guide. It'll not be anything new material, it's just the answers to the study guide. You will not have an assignment on it, meaning you're not going to have to, there's nothing to upload, it's just going to be the answers to what you've already done. But what I want you to do so that I can count your attendance is to comment under the video on the stream. So there'll be no classwork, but on the stream, when you watch it, comment on under the video, I watched it, or hey, I watched it, however you want to put it. That way I can count your attendance for that day. For the night class, I know I keep jumping back and forth, but that way we're all on the same page. For the night class, I will be still posting the answer video there for you sometime, probably on Wednesday. You don't have to watch it on Wednesday, but if you want to and check your answers, you can. I don't need the comment under it because there's no attendance for you on a Wednesday, but that way you can have the answers there. The reason why I wanted to make it a video is in case you missed anything, you can see how you missed it as I go through and do the problems, okay? Then on, I apologize. This will be on Tuesday for the night class. This will show up on Tuesday because there's no attendance for you on Tuesday. On then the last day, okay, so April the 9th, Thursday, your test, okay, and I'll be making an announcement how that will come about. But it'll be the test on the addition, subtraction, with and without decimals. So just to kind of show you, this is for my day classes. This is how this is going to roll out. You can come back to this if you kind of forget, or I know it was because I kept jumping back to the day and night classes, but that way you can know what you're supposed to do. So for my day classes, you're going to upload a photo of your work of today's. You're going to tomorrow Tuesday upload a photo of your study guide that you're going to do. Then Wednesday you're just going to watch a video and comment that you watched it, and Thursday will be your test. For my night classes, this will be today, Monday, where you're going to do both of these. Then your video for the answers will pop up sometime, probably on Tuesday. Just watch it if you want to check your answers. And then your test actual will be on Wednesday for the night class, because you don't meet on Thursday. So anyway, I just wanted to do that to announce that for you. Now, let me go ahead and put up on the board what we're doing for the last part of the unit. This sticks with addition because this is how you do the problems. But there's a word I want to cover called perimeter. Okay, and it's a word you've probably seen before in movies. Check the perimeter. Maybe even seen it in math where you say what the perimeter of a shape is. But basically, perimeter means the distance around a shape. That's kind of vague a little bit, so we're going to break that down. Distance around a shape. Okay, and you can do perimeter on any kind of shape. There's always going to be a distance around it, but basically why it falls in addition is you're adding up all the sides of a shape. So it becomes an addition problem. But if you talk about, I'm just going to put a shape up there like a square, okay? And here's a square. Each side is 4. That's what makes it a square. Every side is the same. And I will tell you right now, my geometry students, those that have had me before, pretty well know my art. I am not an art teacher, so a lot of these shapes are going to look kind of weird. But anyway, that's part of it. That's part of the online learning experience. But basically, I've heard students describe this as the area around the shape. I hold off from using the word area, because area, when we get to area, it's going to be a different kind of problem. When you're really working with area, you're talking about all the area that this covers. So it's like a square thing, a carpet. You've got all this area that it covers, or wrapping paper. With distance, with perimeter, you're just talking about like taking a string and measuring it around the shape, okay? So this would be like, if you're talking about, let's use for instance like a bulletin board or something. The perimeter would be like the border that you put around it, okay? And then the area would be all like maybe if you cover it with construction paper. Another thing would be like the floor, okay? Maybe you put baseboard around the perimeter. So you would walk into a store and say, hey, I need 20 feet of baseboard or something, and they could give you baseboard lengthwise that you could stretch out and do as a perimeter as baseboard. But then if you were going to carpet the floor, you would talk about the area of it, and that's all this area in between there. So that's the main difference. So when we get to, that's why I don't use area around the shape, because then you're mixing the two. When I say distance around the shape, that's referring to the distance you have to go if you like walked around the building or walked around the floor or went around the wall. That's what perimeter is. So really perimeter is just an addition problem. So the perimeter to this shape is we add up all the 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. The perimeter is 16. If it's inches, then it's 16 inches. If it's feet, then it's 16 feet. And we're not really necessarily concerned about that right now. We just want to make sure we're adding up the right numbers. Now, a thing with a square is if they tell you it's a square, they only have to give you one of the measurements. Okay, if they told you this was a square and just gave you one of the measurements, then you have enough information to do that whole problem. You have enough information to say, well, if one of them's 4, then they're all 4, and so I add them all up. Okay, so that's another key point to that. Another one that's common is a rectangle. Okay, so if I'm finding the perimeter of a rectangle, okay, so let's say that's 5, and let's say that's 12. 12 and 5. A rectangle, same thing though. If you're adding up the distance around, you could just add up all the totals. So 12 and 5 is 17, 29, 34. So it's 34 inches or feet or whatever the measurement is around. So this answer is 34. Okay, that's the perimeter of the rectangle. The thing about a rectangle that's special is you only need 2 measurements given to you. If they tell you this is a rectangle, then if that length is 5, then that one's automatically 5. And if that length is 12, then that one's also 12. And that does not mean if they say, what's the perimeter of this rectangle? Well, they only gave me 2, so I'm just going to add up 2. No, you have to go the whole way around. You just can fill in the rest. You can say, well, that one's 12 and that one's 5. Okay. Another perimeter one that you could do is a triangle. Okay, in any shape you can do a perimeter, but just so you see the more common ones, you could have 7, 8, and 10. You just add them up to go around. So 7 and 8 is 15, plus 10 is 25. Okay, so that's how you do perimeter of a shape. You'll learn more about triangles in geometry, that sometimes some of the measurements are the same on a side, and you'll learn how to do that. But that's how you do perimeter. You can also do on a perimeter on a shape that doesn't have a name, like, these all fall into either rectangle, square, triangle. You could have a shape like this. Okay, and I wrote, let's see, let's do 10, 8, 7, 7. And this, like I said, it's not going to be perfect here of what it looks like. In fact, yeah. Okay, so here's this shape. You go 10, 8, 7, 7, 3, 15. Okay, so what perimeter is, once again, it's just walking around this distance. And see, because you have to walk up and then over and then down, you're walking this distance. You are walking every distance, and that goes into the perimeter. So this one would be 10, 8, 7, 7, 3, and 15. Now, what I like to do on shapes like this when I'm adding, because like I said, I have a brain that, like if I go into a store to buy bananas, and I go into the store just to buy bananas, I will walk in and buy stuff and come out, be driving home and be like, oh, I didn't get any bananas. Like, it's just, if I don't write it down or something, it's like my brain just kind of goes, oh, and gets distracted, and it's like, oh, look at that. Oh, look, cereal. And so, you just, it's one of those things where I could count and then go, where did I start at? Like, do I count that one again? So I put a little X. I'm going to start here so that I know I'm starting here, and I'm going to work my way around. 10, 18, 25, 32, 35, 50. Okay? And I know to stop there because I put my X. So just to check again, 10, 18, 25, 32, 35, 50. So the perimeter of this shape is 50. I just added all the numbers up. Okay? All right. So what I want you to do is take a picture of your notes. And I'm going to put a few perimeter problems up here real quick and have you do those just so you can try these. Let's see. Put some on here. Find the perimeter of these shapes. I want you to find the perimeter of this square. That's 6. Find the perimeter of this rectangle. Okay, and I want you to find the perimeter of this shape. Ten, 6, 7, 14, 3, and 20. Okay, so find the perimeter of these 3 shapes also, and take a photo of your notes in these here. And then, like I said, tomorrow for my day class, you will have a study guide posted, and you will do that and take a photo. For my night class, you'll have this video, and the study guide will also post this same day. So you'll have to do both assignments because it's 2 days in one. That's what a night class is. So for my night class, you'll have this video, and then there'll also be the study guide posted with this. Okay? All right.